I'll try.
Welcome to Group 1's Conflict Resolution presentation. Just a little background. The Miller's family came in for a family therapy session. Mom, the sister, and the daughter, Brianna, they all live together. The mom is the financial provider of the household. Mom now feels that her sister is taking over while lacking responsibility, leaving mom to do the chores and handle all of the heavy weight while she slacks off and does all the fun activities with the child.
I'm Jess, and I'll be playing the role of the mother, Mrs. Miller.
My name is Kimberly, and I will be playing the role of the social worker.
My name is Lakeisha, and I will be playing the role of the daughter, Brianna Miller.
My name is Christoria, and I will be playing the role of Auntie Red. Two interventions that we will introduce in our presentation will be common ground and reframing.
So common ground is when a social worker tries to facilitate interpersonal relationships. The goal of this technique is to find recognition between parties. It gives everyone a chance to speak and be heard. In our skit, we will attempt to use this technique to try and find recognition between the mom, the daughter, and auntie.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming and welcome to your first session. Before we begin, I'd like to explain my role in this process. I will be here to facilitate this session. I ask that we all use respectful language and that one person speaks at a time. We don't want to interrupt each other. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now can one of you please tell me why you're here today?
Well, my daughter was a
She
doesn't respect me. They never respect my work, my job.
Okay. Let's take a minute. Let's take a minute. Everybody's talking at one time, and I'm not able to get a grasp on why we're here. So I'd like to practice an exercise. To start us off, Mom, I want you to tell me what's going on and why you were here. And then when Mom is done speaking, Auntie Red, I want you to tell me what you heard. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? Okay, Mom, you can begin.
Okay, so basically I'm frustrated that my sister and daughter cannot understand how hard I'm working. I picked up more hours and often work doubles just to provide for them. I do not get to see them as much as I'd like because of this, and I'm often tired when they want to go out.
Thank you, Mom. Now, Auntie, can you do your best and try to paraphrase or tell me what Mom just said?
Okay. So what I heard you say was that I frustrate you because you feel as though I don't understand how much you.
Mom, is that what you said?
No, not it. I know you understand how much I work since you're always the one to take care of Brianna. And I'm not always home, and I appreciate that, but I wish you can understand why I have to work as much as I do.
Auntie, can you paraphrase what Mom just said?
She thinks I don't understand so much, but I'm not working right now, so I do understand that.
Mom, is that what you said? Is Auntie hearing you correctly?
Yeah, but I wish she was not so hard on me about Brianna. I try to spend time with her, and it's not as much as I would like, but it's difficult when we're not all on the same schedule.
Or Auntie, can you please paraphrase?
What I hear you say that I'm hard on you and you don't like that too much because of your schedule and you feel as though that it's unfair.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said.
Okay, now we've heard mom's side of this situation. Now, Auntie, I would like you to tell me how you feel about the situation. And then, Mom, I would like you to paraphrase what your sister said.
I want Mom to understand that I'm not being hard on her. Just that when I do spend time with Brianna, that sometimes Brianna can be very unconsolable because of her hurt and frustration that Mom is not there. And the reason why I try to make sure that Mom do understand and is paying attention is because this is what I've seen as we were growing up, and I don't want us to repeat a cycle.
Okay, thank you, Auntie. Now, Mom, can you paraphrase what your sister just said?
Okay, so what I heard my sister saying is that she's upset when she cannot console Brianna because I'm not around.
Auntie, is that what you said? Would you agree with that?
I want her to understand that when I say that I'm upset, that it's not the kind of upset as in anger, but more of I'm sad and just frustrated, but I'm not angry. I'm not angry with my sister. I want her to know that I'm just not angry at her at all.
Mom, can you paraphrase again what your sister said?
So she basically said that she feels as if she cannot comfort Brianna when I'm not around, and that makes Brianna sad, and in turn, that makes my sister sad because she can't console her.
Is that what you said, Auntie?
Yes.
Okay, well, it sounds as if you both hear each other correctly, and that you two both care very much for Brianna and very much want to address her needs.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Brianna, let's move on with you. I want you to tell me what you think is going on and why you're here to your mom, and then Mom will paraphrase what you said. Brianna?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat it, please?
Did you understand what your mom was saying?
Yes, she was saying that she was upset with Auntie Red and I because she works a lot and we're not there for her, I guess. I'm not really sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm totally sorry. Mom, is that what you said?
Well,
not,
I said that I'm frustrated that my sister and daughter cannot understand how hard I work. I work more to provide for them. I don't get to see them as much as I'd like, and I'm often tired when they decide that they want to go out. I'm not always up for it when they want to.
Okay, now Brianna, can you try to paraphrase that, what your mom was saying?
So what I hear her saying is she has to work all the time to provide, and she is mad at me and my auntie because we don't understand how hard she works.
Mom, did Brianna hear you correctly this time?
No, she didn't. I just want to clarify that I'm not mad at anyone.
Okay, how about we try another exercise so Brianna can have a full understanding of your needs?
Okay.
So now we're going to move into reframing. And reframing is when a social worker gives a positive interpretation to what a client may talk about or see as a negative. And for us in this instance and in this session, for a child, this seemed like an easier exercise for them to understand. So Brianna, how do you feel about what's going on between your mom, Auntie Red, and you?
I feel like we are here because of me. It's my fault that my mom has to work.
Now, why do you feel like it's your fault?
Because my dad, he left us, and now my mom has to take care of me and Auntie Red because Auntie isn't working. And now we are here because my mom gets mad at me because I don't clean up and do my homework when she asks me to.
So it sounds as if you feel this is your fault and you're blaming yourself because your parents are no longer together. However, it is the responsibility of the adults to take on, and we're going to focus on the positives to help better your relationship with you and your mom.
Okay, but okay, I understand what you're saying, but I need my mother. I am 13 years old, and I need to see her more often and spend time with her.
I can understand that, and it sounds like you really love your mom and miss her and need that quality time.
Yes, but she is never home, and when she is, all she wants to do is fuss at me and sleep.
It sounds like your mom works really hard to provide you with the things you need. Mom, can you list some of the things, or can you tell us some of the things that are positive because of all your hard work?
Yeah, sure. So Brianna, she gets to go to a nice school because of how much I work, and she has a great group of friends because of this. Her home's comfy, she always has food on the table, and she always gets the latest toys that she wants.
Overall, Mom, it sounds like Brianna really enjoys spending time with you. Is there any way you all can work out a schedule to maybe have dinner once or twice a week to reconnect?
Yeah, I mean, Brianna and I used to have a movie night together at least once a week, and I love that. However, since I started picking up more hours, that stopped, and that was my fault, I admit that. I want to try to start doing that again, though, with her, maybe on the weekends, and also incorporate a family dinner with the three of us.
That sounds like a really good plan, and that Mom really likes spending time with you, Brianna, and you, Auntie. Maybe in future sessions we can continue to work on that and get a schedule set up.
Well, when will she be able to spend time with me since she picked up extra hours and on the weekend she is asleep?
It sounds like your mom works hard to give you the things that you need. The two of you may need to work just as hard to get the quality time you both are looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but at the same time, she already complaining and saying that she's working extra hours now. So why would I think she want to spend time with me?
Mom?
I want to spend time with you. Of course I do, Brianna. It's just really hard with work right now, but I do want to work on the schedule. So, if you'd like, I'd really enjoy movie day this Saturday. How does that sound?
Okay, as long as you're not asleep or too tired from working.
I promise you, I'm going to do my best to give you my undivided attention for the whole day. It'll be our day together, okay?
Okay.
It sounds like you guys are really willing to make this work. So in our next session, we can talk about how your movie day went, and we can also work on how to better communicate with each other, our feelings, and so that nobody's angry and you can express yourselves to each other. How does that sound?
Great.
Well, thank you all for coming, and I'll see you next Tuesday at 4 p.m.
See you then.
Okay.
Okay. So throughout this experience with our first class, I know you guys have worked with me and helped me tremendously through my anxiety with the technology, with just getting things done. You guys have been very patient with me, and I appreciate that. And I think we did a good job with this class. I think we really settled in. We worked hard, and I think we accomplished our goals.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we were a great support team. I loved working with you girls. I was really nervous about this whole experience, but I'm glad I had a great group.
Yeah, I think I went in nervous, especially with this whole presentation. I wasn't really sure as to what to do, but you guys made it real comfortable for me to ask questions. And we all basically were on the same page in the beginning as well. So that made it a little bit more comfortable and not so much judgmental.
Yeah, I definitely would agree. I think that at least for me, I think it was a little bit harder for me, I guess, internally because my dyad partner, my first one that was assigned to me, so she wasn't there. So I walked into the group kind of like nervous, like, is there going to be the conflict or, are we going to get along? But I guess like just from the group and even compared to the larger group, everyone still had that same mentality of wanting to be supportive and be there with each other. And then over time, every time we met together, it was always that, hey, how you doing? How did everything go? How did you do with this assignment? How did you do with that assignment? So, you know what I mean? Like it was definitely, it felt like the support that, you don't normally get if you were sitting in an classroom setting.
Yeah,
I sort of felt like that we were in a classroom, even though we weren't. Like we were able to connect with each other, and even with my dyad partner, I met with her every week, either by phone or Zoom. So we were able to even process the week with each other's groups, and she would tell me some of the things that were going on in her group, and I could talk about what was going on in our group, and just how different her group was compared to ours. It was pretty interesting.
So what stage do you think the group was in? What stage do you think
our group?
Yeah, what stage do you guys think we were in by the end of this course?
I still feel like it's community, and the reason why I say that is because if we looked at how the pseudo community from the beginning, beginning stages, it's very surface, and it's that concern of not getting work done. So, like, we moved into the community because we were getting work done. I never saw there was never really a conflict between us to the point where at all that I can really think of or pinpoint. So it's like, just come in, you get your work done. I mean, I don't know, because I expected or was waiting for chaos to come, I didn't see it.
No, we had a good group. I mean, I didn't expect any chaos, I mean, in the beginning when we were trying to figure out the titles and stuff of the presentation or what we're going to do, we all came together. Two ideas crossed. We just combined those two. We were able to work together. So I would say, I will agree with you, Christoria, and say that we were also in the working stage of the group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I was looking forward to that chaos. I'm like, it's coming. I know it's going to come.
It was all in my head.
You girls, I'm like, okay, we got this.
I had all the chaos in my head.
That's what I was about to say. It was in our heads, though. Because it was sure in mine. Oh, my God.
From week one.
Yeah.
But I don't feel as stressed anymore. Like, I feel like now we can certainly move forward, and we know what to expect, and we just push forward. We know what's expected of us, so you just gotta do it.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's actually a relief. Not, to not have to be in chaos at all. You don't have to. And I mean, I guess for me, I don't know how you feel, but I think that because of the first assignment of understanding how a group works and the importance of being seen and heard and known in the group, I think that also helped us process every time that we met that we weren't, ignoring the other person. Everyone had something to say every time that we met.
Yeah, because I've been in groups before where I will fall back because I didn't feel like, I was being heard, things like that. So I've had some bad experiences with groups. So this group was actually like a really, really good, cool group. Like, I hope we can continue this group to the next class. We do group group.
Send an email like, look, I have some practices.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I've been a part of groups in the past, and I'm not really an outspoken kind of person. I'm usually the one that sits back, and not because I don't feel heard necessarily, but that's just my personality at times. Like, I'm quiet. I'm more of an observer than a
I am too.
outspoken in a group, like especially with people I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't necessarily feel that way. You guys probably were like, "Oh my God, that Kim, she doesn't shut up." But yeah, I didn't feel that way this time. I felt like I could really, speak up. And if I was quiet, I was just quiet. But I don't think I necessarily had very many quiet moments.
No, just in the beginning, I think because we didn't know where to go,
right,
what to do with this, So, yeah. But after that first initial stage,
yeah, yeah, I agree.
Which I think that's interesting if you think about it. All of us, and naturally, if we were in a different group, we're all observers versus the ones who, take the lead and, run a conversation. So it's interesting to put all of us together and then to see the dynamics of our group, how we work together. So that's interesting.
Yeah. I feel like we all balance each other out. We all took the lead at one point or another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no one was trying to control the group or, be the boss, bossy. So, yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Well, I wish you the best in our next class. Hopefully, we'll get to see some of each other or all of each other. I know for me, my work schedule is changing, so I don't know. I'll be 3 to 11. So at this time, I would not be available. So we'll see what happens, the next class.
Mm-hmm.
And did we touch on the identified problem in our brief discussion?
I don't know that we necessarily had amongst ourselves a problem.
Well, amongst ourselves, we didn't have a problem. In our skits, it was basically the mom's work schedule.
Yeah.
And I think the lack of communication and the lack of understanding where each other was coming from.
Right.
Yeah, I think the mom basically felt a little oppressed because she didn't really know what to do. She wanted to spend time with Brianna, but she couldn't because of her work schedule. And she needed that money for the financial support for her daughter and her sister. And this kind of created some mental discomfort in her. She didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, and Brianna, she couldn't understand that. I mean, she's 13 years old.
Yeah.
So all she knows is my daddy's left. He's gone. He's not in the picture. Now my mom is upset at me and Auntie Red. So.
Right. And then you have Auntie Red, who's the outsider, coming into another dynamic. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think we explained the two interventions pretty well, and I think everybody in who will be watching it will get the idea.
Right. Okay, well, that was the end of our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it. Positive feedback is always welcome. And good luck next semester. Bye.
Bye. Bye.